Whew. All right. Greetings and salutations. We back. Covering my taco meat and shit. I'm sitting down. I just hit this button right here and shit. So, you know what I mean? Don't get too crazy out here. All right, wrapping out the last extended breakdown, which is Twin Flames and Union, Reunion, and Recognition. If you ain't checked out that reading, please check that out. This is the extended breakdown from it. As always, we're going to do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we're going to get straight with it. Like I said, I'm going to have specials this weekend. Usually half price readings. If you want to pay full price, that's cool. Love my full pricers. You know what I mean? We ain't worry about them hookups and specials and shit, but it's hard out here, and we all going through it. So I'm gonna definitely show some love this weekend. Uh, I ain't did specials in a minute anyway, so I'm working with you. You know what I mean? I know how it can be. Just hold up. We good this weekend. If you need something, need a reading or two, just holler at the dude, and I got you. Okay? Now, head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we gonna get straight with it. Okay? Just gonna get my clarifiers together. Bet it up. So, head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant. Head, that's words, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology, the direction you're going, the decisions you're making, because everything starts from the mind. Then we got cups. Cups, it's feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally. Heart mind must be aligned in everything that you do. Who rules the heart mind department? The divine feminine do. Then we got wands. Actions and behavior. Things you're doing, things you've done, not what you finna do because you ain't did it yet. You know? Wands is the now, the current, the ing. We living, we learning, we earning every day. What you did, got karma and accountability attached to it, what you doing. Got karma and accountability attached to it. What you finna do don't mean too much. Trust and believe that. Then we got pentacles. Pentacles, is there any pentacles out here? Yep. Persons, places, and things. These things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have expiration dates, and all pentacles are temporary. It's not just pentacles, it's pentacles. That's your highest height, your lowest low. Your term, your condition, which is basically temporary, whether that's the president of the United States term or your local alderman, or how long you're gonna be at the job you at, shit like that. Let's get with it. First card in this message, overall energy. This deals with both masculine and feminine. This is fairly important in this twin flame union, reunion, and recognition reading. We got stress. Stress is represented by the 9 of Swords. It's losing sleep, losing teeth, losing hair, losing weight, gaining weight. The wrong way, just for too many damn thoughts. Making yourself sick because of the mental state you in. This is like, a toilet, right? Like when you flush the turd, it goes down the toilet. This is like it being plugged up, stuck. You know what I mean? You're going to have to get that dookie through that motherfucker so you can get your flow going. You know what I'm saying? It's just mental constipation, basically. You got 9 different things you're stressing on. Best thing you can do is work on these shits one at a time. Pretty soon you ain't gonna have nothing on your mind. Feel me? How this relates to the divine feminine. Like I say, if you stressing over shit like when your masculine coming back, who he with. Alright, I'll just put it like this, some use examples. I told you most of my clients is female. Most stressful energy that I get from my clients is like, okay, when is he gonna get back in union? Who is he with? What is he doing? Then I gotta quickly tell him and shit like, okay, you booked a reading, so I can always do a reading of what your masculine got going on. You know what I mean? But I thought you wanted to grow and ascend and develop here. I'd rather pull some cards on you than him. But I don't mind pulling cards on your masculine. I'll probably do like a mini read on him, so I could ease your mind so you ain't gotta stress as much and shit. But me doing mini readings on his karmic, you know what I mean? Or 2, 3 other potential karmic masculines you dealing with, so you can see who you dealing with. That's what readings are for. I'm a fucking genie. Okay, I could literally anything you want to know, I could reveal to you. You know what I'm saying? But let's not waste time here, especially if we coaching. Okay, let's focus on you. All right, we'll get to everybody else and their mama later. Right now, we just need to see what you got going on, what's going on in and around your life. I'm pretty sure Divine Masculine is gonna pop in your energy because I mean he's your motherfucking twin flame. But you know, if you got a karmic that ain't for you, or maybe you had in, maybe finna be the devil, you know, a badass mate or some shit like that, I'm sure they'll show up in your future. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cold with it. You know what I mean? But if off the bat you don't even want to look into your own shit, you just basically paying me to look in everybody else shit. Hey, you stressing. You know what I mean? Like, you should focus on yourself. What you got going on? What good karmic about to come in your life? Your abundance, your blessings. You know, just thoughts. You know what I mean? Too many thoughts. Focus on the positive. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on what you got. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on where you going, not where you been, with your masculine and shit. You feel me? How this deals with the masculine, and this is just fairly important. Only thing your masculine stressing about is Pentacles. Bills, bills, bills on some Destiny Child shit. You know, who he is, where he's going, why it's taking so long for shit to click. You know, like it's usually Pentacles. Money. It's usually money. Money, influence, crib, whip, debt, you know, credit, job, shit like that. You know what I mean? Masculine stresses over Pentacles. Pretty much Pentacles. You don't even really stressing over the wands, the actions and behavior and shit. It ain't really the hows. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly the what's masculines be stressing about. You know what I'm saying? So, bottom line energy, like basically what I'm saying is don't stress. You're a divine feminine, he's a divine masculine. Y'all too blessed to be stressed. Period. I mean, y'all divines. You two are great people. Y'all have it everything in y'all right now to handle any situation, to handle any motherfucking obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Think more of the positives than the less. You know what I mean? Less stress. You too blessed to be stressed. And that's just overall energy. Bottom line energy, we got evolution. Evolution is basically getting from point A to point Z. Growing. Evolving. Ascending. These are wands, right? Pretty much any type of ing. I told you, we live and learn and earning every day. The current, the now. You know, what do plants do? Or at least what you want them to do. You want them to be growing. You as a motherfucking person, I mean, you want to be evolving. You want to be ascending. You obviously want to be alive, so you want to be living. But you want to be learning, too. You also want to be earning out this motherfucker. You don't want to be mourning. I mean, who wants to go towards the direction of mourning? You know? Who wants to go towards the direction of not receiving? You know? Not in the state of being. Feel me? Evolution. This is path and purpose. Divine Feminines, hopefully you found your path and purpose. Because by doing that, you can be on that. And then you can help other people find a path and purpose and the reason why they're here. You can help your masculine with that. You can help your children with that. You can help your parents with that. You can help your close friends with that. You can help strangers. You'll probably be helping strangers mostly because it seems like the people that's close to you don't want to get close to you when it comes to your spiritual journey and shit. Don't you find that funny? How you can involve other people? You know? How you can touch other people? How you can, like, you know, change other people's lives, but the people that's close to you, you can't even reach? Feel me? You know, and there's reasons for that. You'll evolve from that. But Three of Wands besides evolution is and like evolution in general. Like Ace of Wands is awareness, Two of Wands is survival. So using the fish rant. Ace of Wands is knowing how to fish. You hungry. You need to feed yourself. And you in the wilderness some fucking where. I mean, you know the theory of fishing, but you're gonna have to fish. Take that awareness and do something with it. Boom. Now you're fishing. For survival, Two of Wands represents survival. Two of Wands represents support or support system or holding shit down, like two balloon strings and shit. Okay, you fishing now, so now you can eat. You got some fish. Now you eating the fish. Now you surviving. But it ain't just about surviving. It's about evolving. Teach other people how to fish, so they ain't got to starve either. Now you a teacher. You was just a survivor. Now you're a motherfucking teacher. Feel me? Like, evolve. Grow. But this is the Divine Feminine's role, which is the Three of Wands. And what's the Divine Feminine's role? Like I say, to get you Anybody you can reach in your divine masculine from point A to point Z. This is Z. That's the final destination. What's the final destination? Zion, heaven, fourth, dimension. Getting out of here. The only way you can get out of here is up. And what's up? God is what's up. And where's God? Out of here. God is also in here, but he's also out of here. He could be a she could be he. You know how we rocking with God. Anyway, divine feminine, your role is like the expedition explorer. You're the navigator. You know, this is your expedition, right? Divine masculine's role is the two of wands. Support, survival, to keep you alive. So he's following you. Your job is to get from point A to point Z. Masculine's job is just to get you from point A to point B, from point B to point C, from point C to point D, all the way till you get to Z. Divine feminine is like the smart doctor with the glasses on, with the flannel shirt and shit. You know what I mean? With the machete cutting through brush, leading this motherfucking expedition. Masculine is the Rock in any movie. You know, the motherfucker with the gun. You know, shooting lion, tigers, and bears. Anything that's in the way of this expedition that might kill any one of y'all is to not only keep himself alive, but keep you alive, because he don't know where he's going. You do. You're the navigator. You know what I'm saying? He's just protecting his interest, which is you, and you're being protected by your interest, which is him. Feel me? He could be a she could be you know, I'll be rocking. How do queens move on the chessboard? All over the place, from A to Z. You can get from one end of the board to the other end of the board, right? How do kings move in the motherfucking chess game? From here to here. From here to there. And they're on the defensive most of the time, right? Bet. You're on the offensive, right? You go forward. Masculine stabilizes. Hold shit down like balloon string. Or your purse or bags at the mall and shit. Masculine role is like the dad at the mall. Wife is spending all the motherfucking money, going to all the motherfucking stores. Dad is just sitting on the massage chair with all the bags, waiting on wifey to get done. Because, I mean, one of the reasons we came to the mall is so wifey can get shit. Men, masculines, low maintenance. Divine feminines, high maintenance. But, you know, he's taking care of her. That's his job. And what does she do? She evolves this marriage. He just went from a low maintenance guy to now she evolved him into a money-making player. You know what I'm saying? A business beast. You know what I mean? And an awakened one, too. It varies. Let's move on. Bottom line, 2, as far as evolution. Masculine, you got to evolve. You can't stay the same guy you was when you met your divine feminine. I mean, you're already not the same person you met. Look at your life before you met your divine feminine. Look at your life now. I'm sure you more smarter, more wiser, more healthy, probably got more money in your pocket, probably in a way better situation. You probably feel better and look better too, right? That's called evolution. You evolved from the motherfucking scrub you was to the thug you is. You dig? Thank your feminine for that shit. Thank your feminine for that shit. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Master, you gotta evolve. You can't get away with the same shit you was doing when you first came into the situation. You can't have the same job you had when you first came into this twin flame situation. You have to grow. You have to grow. Okay, you have to grow. Once again, evolution. You want your plants growing. You don't want them withering. You want your status to grow. You don't want it to be consistent. It ain't about consistency no more. It's about breaking barriers, pushing ceilings and shit, raising the fucking roof. You know. Feminine energy. You coming into or leaving. You have the 8 of Swords, and this is a self-imposed prison. It's a mental prison, so it's something you register, but self-imposed prison. What's a self-imposed prison? It's a false sense of security, a false sense of entitlement, or what I like to call the boogeyman effect. False sense of security. That's insecurity. If you're insecure, then you got a false sense of security. You shouldn't be insecure about shit. You got everything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive out here. You are enough. Don't be running around here thinking you ain't. You smart as hell. Don't be running around here thinking you stupid or acting like you are or treating yourself as such. You're a motherfucking divine. You know? Don't put yourself in a karmic box thinking you like everybody else when you far from it. Once again, it goes with the sauce. Like, we're all saucy. 6 of Cups is my sauce card. The whole world is saucy. Ain't nobody better than nobody, right? But the 7 of Cups is the Pimp Cup Chronicles. You got to differentiate yourself from the rest of mankind. That's what's going to make you different. That's what's going to make you valuable. That's what's going to give you purpose and find your path and shit like that. Like, ain't nobody better than nobody. Because God loves us all equally. God fuck with everybody equally. God gives everybody a chance, equal chance. Some might be richer than others. Some might come from royalty. Some might come from the gutter. You know what I'm saying? But the love is there. Even people that don't fuck with God, God still fuck with them. We're all equal. Okay? But you do differentiate yourself. We are all that. But you need to be all that in a bag of chips. And that bag of chipsness is what differentiates you from everybody else. Back to the Eight of Swords. Stop being so insecure. You ain't scared of losing your divine masculine. You scared somebody gonna take them. What makes you think that they got what you got? Or they even in a position to do that when you got them? Obviously, you got him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he here with you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have some type of influence and effect on him. Who else is influencing and affecting him the way you are? That there should tell you you already doing a good job, but you'll be in a mental prison, being insecure, thinking that ain't it. You know, fuck security, thinking you need something for something. You a wizard. You know what I'm saying? You a magician. You an alchemist. You a motherfucking witch. You can create something out of nothing. Anytime. All the time. Stop thinking you need some shit to get some shit. That ain't how shit work. Moms make do with nothing every single day. Slaves took nothing and went from something and made themselves free and started the business and made them money. You know what I'm saying? After being motherfucking indentured servants for a little bit. Like, I mean, come on now. You don't need anything to get something. Make something out of nothing. You be in a motherfucking, you be insecure as hell thinking it ain't that. Okay, false sense of entitlement. Like I say, you feel entitled to be insecure. Like, I'm going through pain, you know, everybody treats me like shit, so I feel entitled to treat everybody else like shit. No, you keep being the same good person that you are. So what? You keep getting used. So what? Your kindness gets taken for weakness. So what? People keep, you know, you keep attracting narcissists and manipulators and shit. That's only because they see the light in you. They ain't out here manipulating and being a narcissist to nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't nobody hate on a nobody. That's fucking facts. So if you got trolls, if you got haters, if you got people that got problems with you, you obviously doing something right, divine feminine. Okay? Entitlement. That is the, what I say entitlement is? Entitlement is the root of sin, in my personal opinion. If a person rob you, they feel entitled to do that shit. It's a mental prison they in with you. Motherfucker choose to cheat on you, treat you, take advantage of you, manipulate you. It was already it's mental. They knew they was going to do it before they do it. Did it. Whether it was conscious or subconscious. You get what I'm saying? False sense of entitlement. If a person talk to you crazy, they feel entitled to do it. If a person don't respect you, they feel entitled to do it. A person keep their foot on your motherfucking neck, they feel that they're entitled to do the shit. That don't mean it's true. They're in a mental prison, and you need to recognize that the mental prison ain't you, it's them. Boogeyman effect. Like I say, believing in shit that ain't there. Kid think it's a monster on his bed. Of course there ain't no monster on the bed, because if it was a monster on the bed, the monster would have ate the nigga by now. It'd have been a bloody carcass in your kid room when you go up in that bitch. And a trail leading from the bed to under the bed. If the monster was really in the motherfucking closet, the parents would have been busted cap in that motherfucking monster. It'd be a lot of dead monsters. It'd be a lot of dead kids. If what was false was true. Thank God it ain't true. Thank God it ain't real. It ain't the monster in the closet. You're in the motherfucking closet mentally. Take that how you want. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to fear but fear itself. And when fear presents itself, fear is represented by the Knight of Swords, which is a sword. It's something you register. Motherfuckers that's in a mental prison with you, you need to register that shit. You yourself being in a mental prison, you need to register that shit. That's all. I'll save this for that. Masculine. Energy you coming into or leaving. You got the Dark Knight of the Soul. 5 of Pentacles. I think this was in your message too. Dark Knight of the Soul is basically a L. And we don't take losses. We take lessons. So it wasn't a loss. It was basically a lesson. Hopefully you learned from this lesson. Otherwise, you're going to go through another Dark Night of the Soul or take another L. 5 of Pentacles. That's basically going without something. 4 of Pentacles represents holding on too tight to some shit or being scared to let some shit go. Whatever the fuck it is you need to let go, you need to let it go. Okay? You need to already let this shit go. Don't even try to hold on to shit. Just know you need to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It's going to be gone anyway. And what is the Dark Night of the Soul? That shit being gone. It ain't an L half the time, shit that you lose, because in reality, it was already warning signs that shit was gonna go anyway. That the shit was gonna happen anyway. You was just holding on to a thought. That's something. You was just holding on to the thought that it might not happen. You was just holding on to something. You obviously holding on to something. Okay. Dark Night of Soul, masculine. This is really lost. You're gonna lose some pinnacles. Like I say, masculines are pinnacle based. They're gonna start losing pinnacles. Persons, places, and things. People that was in their life are gonna be gone. Things that was in their life, they ain't gonna have no more. People that was in their life, or a place that they had. Maybe that's a crib. Maybe that's a car. You know, maybe that's a situation. That's something. It's gonna be gone. And then masculine, you're gonna have to be forced to deal with that loss. Point blank. Period. It ain't all bad, because the step after the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles, which is homeostasis. Actually, we have that out here. Divine Feminine has it going to the future. Six of Pentacles is homeostasis. When you go through the Dark Night of the Soul, guess what? This is like you lose everything one day, but the next day you live to fight another day. You might have lost shit, but you ain't lose your life. You might have lost shit, but you ain't lose your limbs or your mind. It's still another day. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another motherfucking day. Five of Pentacles, you break your motherfucking arm. Six of Pentacles, you got a cast on. And you at 60% in this cast. You can't do the shit that you was at when you was at 100%. You just took an L, Divine Masculine. It's going to be a slow process getting back to that 10, to getting on 10. You're going to have to start from the 6, though. Then to the 7, then to the 8, then to the 9, back to the 10. Clarifying this Dark Night of the Soul, we got the 3 of Cups. Now, the reason you went through this Dark Night of the Soul, taking this L in the first place, is because of the 3 of Cups, which is clarifying. 3 of Cups is distractions at third parties. Like I say, Divine Masculines, y'all got ADD. Y'all got ADD like a motherfucker, man. Y'all be focused on everything but what's important. Maybe you lost a person because you was distracted by other people. Here's your ship. 2 of Cups represents a ship, a relationship, a friendship, or a kinship. Kinship is the relationship between you and your family or people that's close to you. Relationship, that's you and your boo. Partnership, that's you and your business partner, you and your colleague, you and your classmate. Or friendship, you and your bestie, right? Instead of focusing on the relationship you had a good woman right here, but instead you looking at other women. Instead of giving your girl, your lady, your breezy, your full attention, you let somebody get some of that too. So now you're giving your chick 50% of the 100% you was giving. She can sense that. That's one thing about women, man. Like, women know shit. They know when you cheating. They know when you doing dirt. They know every fucking thing. They so in tune with the feelings and emotions and the mental department, your direction and decision making abilities and shit. That's what they watching. Fuck what you doing. Fuck who you got. They know shit change from your emotions and your feelings. They sense that first. Then they see the directions you going. They see the decisions you making. That itself is saying shit. Women know. They play dumb, but they know. You know what I'm saying? Back to this. You had a good woman, but you being distracted by someone else. Now you giving them you're giving them your full attention because they in the way, and you neglecting the main person who you need to be connecting with. This is a connection. Feel me? You had a good friend, but since you fucking with these new niggas, these new friends, you know, motherfuckers who you think are more valuable than them, or more loyal than them, or more valuable than them. You know what I'm saying? You end up losing a good one. Now you stuck with a fake one. You know? You don't know what you got till it's gone. 5 of Pentacles represents something being gone. But that's how you learn, Divine Masculine, so don't trip. You had to lose that little bread to know that you should have been doing business with them type of people or partners anyway. You had to lose your good one just so you can find out what a bad one is. Or at least what a distraction means. Third parties, watch out for them shits. Because that's the third party is a good way to lose what the fuck you got in front of you. To lose the good shit you got going on. It's going to be all bad then. Divine Feminine, you in regards to yourself, personally, you got the 2 of Cups. And this represents, like I said, a ship. A friendship, relationship, or kinship. That's the relationship between you and your kid. You and your parents. You and your bestie. You and your boo. You and your twin. Connections. Whatever ship you in, it deals with 2 people. It ain't all about you, boo-boo. You might be the captain of the ship, but you do got a first mate with you. You got your preferences and shit, but your first mate got preferences too. I don't want to eat everything you want to eat. Can I eat what I want to eat one day? Can't just have it all 7 days a week. Can I at least get 2 days out the week of choosing what the fuck we gonna eat? I mean, you are the captain and shit. I mean, it's just your boat, but damn, I'm on the boat with you. I got some preferences too. This could be like a fucking roommate. It is your crib. You do got a roommate, but don't automatically override your roommate's feelings and emotions, because they could take their ass on, and when they go, they money going, they half of the rent going. So now you gotta find somebody else who you don't know, a fucking stranger. Ain't it best that you should have kept that connection that you got with a person that you can trust? Then now you gotta do business with a complete stranger. Ain't it cool that you should have, knew who your true friend was? So now, your true friend gone, and now you left to deal with a fucking stranger, a person you can't even trust, a person you can't even depend on. You had somebody dependable, now you fucking with undependable people. And that's just a step before the lesson that you learn with the Three of Cups. Like I say, you need to be all about your partner. Because third parties come out the blue all the time to try to mess up the shit that you got going on. And you need to know what a third party is before they even make their way in your shit. Ships, divine feminine, tighten up your connections. Fuck with people who fuck with you. Love people who love you. Do for people who do for you too. Fuck with two-way streets. Not one-way streets. You just giving, they just taking, and they ain't giving nothing back. It's a one-way street. They're a taker. They're not a giver like you. You know what I'm saying? Dead end street. That's the person controlling the whole giving and taking situation. So if you're in a relationship and you think you just gonna control it, that's a dead end. And what's dead? It don't have no life in it. That mean it can't grow. That mean it can't evolve. And that's your job, is to evolve shit, right? Alright, so this is to the feminists who, like I say, got control issues. Who got, complexes and shit, to where you gotta have your hands in everything, to where you gotta micromanage everything. But that also goes back to the self-imposed prison of entitlement. You feel entitled to know what the fuck going on with everybody, or you spying on people. You feel entitled to do so. You all in everybody else Kool-Aid, but don't know your own flavor and shit because you feel entitled to do so. Feel what I'm saying? Know your connections. But don't just know your connections, grow your connections. Masculine. You in regards to the feminine. You got the Four of Swords. And this is an idle mind. And what's the idle mind? It's the devil's workshop. And what's the devil's workshop? You the king of wands. That means you the king of doing shit. You make shit happen. You get shit cracking. You always in the motherfucking move. That's part of your qualities. But when your ass stagnant, you ain't doing shit. And if you ain't doing shit, then the devil won. I mean, the devil's a bitch. He's an intergalactic cockroach. I mean, literally, if you go off this planet and talk to the other beings about Satan, Lucifer, and the devil, because they're three different people from three different places with three different agendas, they go say fuck them niggas, because they bitches. They fucked up. They fucked it up for everybody, and they ain't shit. They have no power, authority, or dominion over you. Over you, and you a human being on this whack ass, low level ass planet. Imagine what the fuck an angel thinks of these fuckers. You know what I'm saying? A seraphim angel or something, an archangel, like, you know what I'm saying? Another alien from another fucking galaxy that ain't under the jurisdiction of Satania. That's a whole, I know I'm going far, but fuck with me, you'll learn some shit. But yeah, man, like, look, you the king of doing shit. Anytime you stagnant, anytime you sow in your head, you ain't doing nothing at all, that's a problem. And you need to, like I say, it's a sword, right? You need to register that shit and fix that shit quick and get back on your bullshit. Motherfuckers don't want to see you winning. But when you're struggling, that's the shit that they want to see. You in this energy, this is what the fuck your enemy want to see. This is what your hater want to see. This is what you don't have an adversary, because, God is an unwinnable. You can't win against God, like, period. Like, God's going to reign and going to dominate and going to kick that ass and get all up in that ass crack all day. Ain't nothing fucking with the Most High, you know what I'm saying? So this low-level energy, it's a fort. Get out your head. The fuck out your head, because you obviously in it. I see this energy with my divine masculine. I'm a divine feminine, by the way. My masculine's the king of doing shit. Lately, he been tuning his head and tuning his feelings about bullshit. Shit that don't even matter. God, I'm kind of crashing out, which ain't him. And I have to let him know that he him. Like, nigga, you him. But right now, you acting like her. Get off that shit, bro, because it ain't you, bro. It ain't a good look, cuz. Hey, you tune your head masculine, get the fuck out that shit and get back to business. For your divine feminine's sake, for your own sake, and for the sake of people who need you. Wrapping this up, feminine, you in regards to the divine masculine, you got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups represents loneliness, emotional isolation, or physical isolation. You know, it's like Love Lockdown by Kanye West, Mr. Lonely by Akon. You know, you're never alone because God is always with you. Where does God reside? In your mind. He ain't in the sky. The motherfucker's right here. Close as hell. He in you. You understand what I'm saying? God is also in the fourth, fifth dimension because God is omnipresent and everywhere. You know, but you're never alone. God is always with you. The Most High is always with you. You got your ancestors with you. There's literally two angels on your shoulder that really document everything that you do in this life. So you're never alone. You know, if you got the primary vowel A or Y in your name, you're represented by the ether element. The ether represents all four archangels. So you got four archangels plus the two on your shoulders. That's six angels you got with you at all times. My name is Daniel. Six angels with me, including the two on my shoulder, but let's not talk about them. I got four archangels with me at all times. Look at people with primary vowel A or Y in their name. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Angela Davis. You know, Daniel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be dropping jewels, man. Pick some up. Learn what your name is. Your gifts and talents come from your name. My name is Daniel, Daniel, the prophet. The same gifts and abilities Daniel had in the Bible is the gifts and abilities I have. I just met a Daniel. He's he puts up like security cameras and shit like that on. He was working on one of my mother's properties, and I actually had him by myself. Man, you know, I had to let him into my mom's property and shit, and I had to tell him, bro, you a psychic. He looked at me crazy like, my auntie's an actual psychic, and she keeps saying that shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, it comes from your name. Do you know what your name means? Do you know who you are? I'm actually a psychic, bro. So the same shit I got going on, you got going on. If you want to unlock that shit, fuck with me. Gave him my information and contact number, and we sharpened swords. And I put the nigga on. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, Daniel, if you watching, I told you to watch my channel. Hopefully, if you watching, bro, fuck with me, man. You gotta book me though, cause it's gotta be square biz. Hey, you calling me for help? I'm gonna give you the answers. You got questions that need to be answered? I can give you that, but it's gotta be square. You give me some shit, I give you some shit. Really is what I'm looking for. I mean, I ain't money motivated, but you know, I don't want to drop some heavy shit on you for free. At least if you paid for it, I mean, we square. It ain't personal. You dig what I'm saying? Anyway, clarifying this loneliness of which you not, because God is with you at all times, divine feminine, and your divine masculine is with you at all times. He's in your heart. God is in your mind. The masculine is in your heart. You ain't never alone. Plus, there's people that fuck with you the long way, and they'll never leave you by yourself, especially in your time of need. So once again, you walk around here thinking you ain't got nobody. That's a self-imposed prison, mental shit. It's war you need to get the fuck off of, and that's real. Clarifying is the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles represents a good-ass position, man. It's like a 90%. And what's that? A fucking A. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say this without ranting too much. So, Nine of Pentacles is basically you. This is you. You're a walking, talking pentacle. Lining your life up. Why? So you can put more things in your life. That's called abundance. The Eight of Pentacles ain't out here, but it's the Eight of Swords right here. That self-imposed prison I keep talking about. Say these is the Pentacles, right? Look at how this looks. Eight is all over the fucking place. You can't really fit nothing in this space, can you? The rectangle is the cipher. Look at the Pentacles. You can't fit nothing in there because it's all over the fucking place. But when you line them shits up, you got more space. You got more room to add in your life. Eight of Pentacles is a life. That's shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable bed you're sleeping on, right? Your kids is in your life. Your crib is in your life. God is in your life. Your twin flame is in your life. The average person doesn't have a life. The average person lives vicariously through other people. The average person has no fucking identity. You have an identity. That's part of shit that's in your life. You know? You can have everything and have nothing. Look at the fucking celebrities. And you can have nothing and have everything. That's why that bum on the motherfucker under the bridge or that bum in the corner who stay in high spirits, who living his best life, ain't stressing and stressing and worry about shit you worry about out here, because like I said, they understand what pentacles really are. You in a great position. When you in a position like this, you are in a position to help somebody or help yourself. To help yourself or somebody else. How the fuck is you lonely when you got a life and more? Part of this and more shit in your life is people who truly fuck with you. People who will never leave you lonely. You know? So divine feminine, when it comes to your masculine, because that's really what this is about. You in a great position. You just feel alone. Masculine's busy. Or he's, like I say, stuck in his motherfucking head. Not himself right now. You ain't alone, you just feel that way. And that's just your feelings and emotion. Get out your feels. Wrapping this up. Masculine. You in regards to yourself, player. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords represents things moving effortless and frequent. Automatic. Automation. This is shit on autopilot. You know, Six of Swords represents an elevator, an escalator. You know, you going downstream so you ain't gotta paddle your boat. You going downhill so you ain't gotta pedal your bike. You know, that walking thing at the airport that you get on to kind of save you some time to get to your gate and shit. You know, life is full of these type of things. You know, it's good to be on the elevator because you ain't gotta walk. You know, it's good to go downhill because you ain't gotta waste no energy right now. Plus, it's hot as hell and you can feel a little breeze going down that motherfucking hill. But guess what? You're gonna have to go uphill eventually. Guess what? You're gonna have to get off that elevator and walk eventually. Guess what? You're gonna have to get off that escalator at the mall and keep on pushing. But you get tiny breaks. And in these tiny breaks, you gotta appreciate exactly what the fuck it is. It's just a break. Temporary, but necessary. Temporary, but necessary. Masculine. You just need to appreciate the little things. And guess what? There's 7 trillion inhabited planets in this grand universe. Everything is small. Earth might seem big, but it ain't shit compared to most planets. It might seem like it's a lot going on the ground, but soon you get on a plane and go up, all these people, this whole city, this whole region is going to turn into a dot in a couple of hills. Like I said, the universe is big, but it's small. Like the Milky Way is a small universe compared to the Andromeda, which is the universe next to us. It's all about perspective. Swords, mental. It's your perception and perspective on things, and that's what the fuck you need to change. Clarifying this, your perception and perspective on shit. We got the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords represents ascension, and what's ascension essentially? It's going up, and what's up? God is what's up. I told you need to go up. If you go up, all this shit that seemed big is fucking small. Like this dark night of the soul you going through. This ain't shit. That's small things to a giant. Small things to a giant, man. These L's you taking are just small L's. They ain't really a big L. You losing your life is a big L. Your health going so bad you can't work anymore. That's a big L. You losing a couple dollars. You losing a couple friends. You losing a couple family. Like that's nothing. That ain't shit. You gonna wish this was a big problem once you actually get to a big problem. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about sword. It's all about the decisions you're making, the direction you going with shit. Your mentality, sword. It's all in the mind. Half the shit you think you dealing with, you ain't really dealing with nothing. You really got it sweet. Shit, I told my divine master. Like, nigga, you got the sweet life. You in a great fucking position. Do not let you being in your feelings or in your head fuck up the good shit you got going on. Or lose the good people or the good things that you got in your life. And that's real. Future final roll, wrapping you up, divine feminine. We got the 6 of Pentacles. This represents homeostasis or basic shit. Homeostasis, that's everything being okay. Whatever the fuck you're going through, it's going to be alright. But alright ain't an energy you want to, like, stay in. Alright ain't an energy you actually want to, like, keep in a constant. You know what I'm saying? It's just basic shit. No one wants a basic bitch, man. Be a bitch that do something. Well. Be a chick that know how to get some bread. Do a chick that know how to do some tricks. Like, be a chick with some trades out here. You know what I'm saying? Basic bitch is just a chick that look good and that's it. Like all the ass I see on fucking Facebook and Instagram. I like booty. But not all up in my face. What DMX say? I like pussy, but not all up in my face and shit. Like, I hate twerking. I hate twerking. When I see twerking, that's an instant turn off. You know, them side shot pictures. This chick taking a picture with a nigga and shit. And all you see is just the back, like you see that, but it's all really ass is what you see, but you might see her face like that. You know what I'm saying? turn to the side, turn to the back body pics. I love ass. I'm an ass man, actually. I'm an ass and ass and feet man. And I like thighs. And I like hair. I like a lot of shit. I like the whole feminine form. You understand what I'm saying? But it's like too much ass out here. That's just a sign. It's just too many basic bitches. And who wants one of those? Like, what can you do, shorty? I need a chick that's gonna blow my mind. Not sexually, but mentally, spiritually. You know, who's gonna involve me? I need a chick that can, you know what I'm saying, pass me the Bible and some ammunition when it's time to motherfucking ride. You know what I'm saying? Bitch that can bake some biscuits from scratch and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I need a real one. There's too many fake ones out here. You know? The baddest bitch is a real chick in a world full of Barbies. BBLs, plastic surgery and shit like that. That's basic shit. Basic shit. Your body is a basic thing. What's up with your mind? What's up with your path? What's up with your purpose? Shorty, what's your role? Like, can you identify that shit? Like, come on, man. Fuck basic shit. That shit is out of here. So divine feminine. Don't be around here acting like no basic ass chick. Doing bare minimum. Knowing bare minimum. Acting bare minimum. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Have the brains and the brawn. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. You know, don't be okay. Be great. Be awesome. You know, be stupendous. You know what I'm saying? Be sphrenigerous. Like, be something greater than just okay. Alright? Last card in this message. Masculine. Going to the future. You got the Ace of Wands. And this is awareness. But this is also the first step. You know what I'm saying? The first move. The first action. Going towards your new future. Like I say, you got to evolve at the end of the day. Bottom line, the most important card in this message was this Three of Wands here. It's time to evolve. But you can't evolve until you at least get the awareness to evolve. And then you got to take that awareness and do something with it. You know, and this is your role. All you doing is the Two of Wands. That's your role. Just taking awareness and doing some shit with it. Your feminine puts you on something. She telling you some shit. Okay, take what she said and do something with that shit. She telling you got powers. Okay, you heard it. You're aware that you have powers. All right, now take it to the next step. Find your power. And then once you find your power, use your motherfucking power. Step, step, step. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in the first step, awareness. All you gotta do is just be aware. And what's being aware? Awakening. You just gotta wake up. You've been asleep in this matrix this whole fucking time. Your feminine been screaming and telling your ass you've been asleep. You didn't know you was asleep till you took this little L. Maybe you had to take this L so you can wake the fuck up to reality. But that's the message I got, though. Hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D-Boom. That's it for all the breakdowns this week. Stay tuned for new weeks and new energies starting Monday. If you ain't checked out LLE Astrology yet, I got all the fire signs out. Check out the fire sign if you're a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I got good messages for you. If you're Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, I got good messages for you. Check that shit out. That's already on my page. I'm working on water and air signs right now. You know what I'm saying? So I should have that up by the end of this weekend. Got hella videos. Please check out the original videos to these extended breakdowns and follow me this weekend and Monday to start a new week. Definitely doing specials this week. It's just going to be half price. You see my rates on the information box. It's usually half that price when I do specials. And life coaching. Got to talk about life coaching. Life coaching is $150. I'll probably be doing specials for it for $75. What you get is 3 unlimited readings. And you get my line. You can hit me up directly. Text me, hit me up. You just feel like chatting, we can chat. I like to talk, obviously. You know, you get free readings. Hey, boom, I need a quick reading real quick. I got some shit popping. I want to know what's popping. Hey, I just met somebody. I just want to see what they on. Check their temperature real quick. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. We get 3 live, unlimited timed conversations to really build. But in between that, until that last reading is done, that third reading is done, you get unlimited readings and you get contact to me. Once that third session is done, you got to rebook because and I know who finished coaching and who don't. Once you finish, I got to not block your number. I keep tabs on who talks to me, but it's like you don't get access to me no more. You don't get free readings no more. Like, you got to rebook, and that's how my life coaching works. But you're going to get at least like 12, 15 hours out of me. plus free readings, and you know what I mean, hey, you better fuck with me now, cause I'm telling you, once a nigga get on shit, them prices jumping. My shit is worth like 2 racks. You know what I mean? But you know, catch me right now. It's the best time to catch me. So those who ain't catch me, hey, fuck with your boy. And I drop a lot of jewels, so make sure you pick some up. One.